Hello, this is Victor. I'm here to talk about a new topic of the week, and this time we want to talk about the conversions. And if we do conversions, what do you think about the conversions, and what is our limit in conversions? So I have to say, first of all, I'm not big fan of converting. It doesn't mean that I have not do any conversion. As you can see here, this was just a standard Space Marine that I put some green stuff and some kits from Chaos and Skavens, and I did an Argel Sorcerer. So I like to do conversions, sometimes to do small personalizations. I like to do small conversions when I don't have the right equipment, or when I want to swap, or when I want to give some extra personalization. But normally I don't go for heavily conversions. This maybe is one of the most heaviest one, because this was supposed to be just a standard Space Marine. I had some push tools on the head, I had this stuff. I also like, yeah, so in that point, it's not a thing that I fancy to do, it's not a thing that I really enjoy. I enjoy more personalizing through painting, through my painting job, than really doing conversions. But sometimes, yeah, if I need to swap art weapons, or I need to make two miniatures different because I have two times the same miniature and I want to use them too, and I want to make them different, I do small changes on the miniature. So here we have, for example, another. So these are two Plague Marines, and I just did a change on the weapons. So I just wanted to do them to look different, and yeah, and in the past was more important for me to do conversions because we were having metal miniatures, and the metal miniatures were quite fixed. So the way to make them a little bit different was by converting, by making them different. Today, with the new kits, I don't see that need of conversion as hard as it used to be in the past. So this is why sometimes I just take the kit as it is coming, and I don't do conversions. I just enjoy, because I really like the miniatures, so I don't see the need of doing conversions. If I fight against another army, or I play against another player that have a lot of conversions, I welcome, I like to see that. I like the personalized armies. I don't have any problem if my opponent is using conversions or proxies or miniatures from other ranges, because they want to personalize the army. What I don't like is when the people is abusing, especially on the proxies, or is using conversions just to abuse on the rules. I think the conversion, and normally when people is converting, it plays against you, because normally you're converting and making the meter bigger, or I will say sometimes it's not playing in your favor. For example, here I did this conversion like if it's I use her as an inquisitor. Okay, I just want to show her like if it's floating, and this is why I use this special jump pack. So this is a kit bash between Grey Knights, this is a Reaper miniature, and then a pistol from the Blood Angels. So this is another conversion. So as you can see, I like to do conversions. For me, the ultimate conversion is when the conversion is not noticeable, when the people is like this one. This is a kit bash from different kits, just to do my veterans. So I don't know at the end if I use all from the same kit or I mix. I just was picking the kits that I like it. I have a big box of bits, and I put them together. So normally when I do conversions, I want them to mimic and to be inside of the army. So here I show some other conversions. This is more with green stuff. This is just almost not converting. I just added him. So he used to be from, and then I changed the legs, as you can see. So this is from Morheim. I don't remember exactly, and I wanted to convert him as a weird sorcerer for chaos. Just a swap of weapons. So this was the body of the Dark Angels, using bits from the Chaos Space Marines, and to make my own warbears. Okay, so, and then the paint job, for me, is the paint job that is finishing the conversion. Here I want to show you something that, this is just a Necromunda miniature. Okay, and I like this miniature, and I decided, okay, this can be proxied a good assassin. There was 2 reasons. I have this in my collection and I didn't know what to do, and assassins is quite expensive, so I decided, okay, I do my paint job and I add them to my assassins. I also had this miniature in my collection. I was not intention of doing Blood Angels, but I like the miniature a lot, so I paint him like sorry, with the symbols of the warriors. I put the sword like some faces, and I use him just as a chaos priest, a dark apostle, it's called. Okay. So I also use, like, it's called proxy. It's painting the miniature in a different way, and I use a lot my paint job to give the sensation. But you can see I like to do different conversions. This was just this was a green staff thing of this tentacle, and using beads from the Skaven. So this is a Skaven bead, and this is a Goliath from Necromunda. So really, as a kit bash is the most typical things that I do, and sometimes the conversion can be even not noticeable. So here I just add the banner, okay, that is from green staff, and I add this to the shoulder pad. So I try to use the conversions just to reinforce and to be as subtle as possible. I know that in the last days I did not do other conversions because I did not have the need. When I'm painting miniatures from, for example, from the Silver Tower, I don't see the need of conversion because there are not too many duplicates, and I like to keep these miniatures as they come because I like them as they are coming. The same is, it will happen, what's happening with other kits, like the Stormcast Eternals. I really like how the kits are coming, so I have not the need of conversion. But then I had a lot of Liberators and all with hammers, so I decided, let's add a change. And here we have the change. So I add a sword. I need to repair because it's not completely perpendicular. And all are kits, so this, and then I have this one. Some people will say this is not a conversion, but indeed this is from the starter box of Age of Sigmar. So I had to cut and reposition the hammer to be reposition the arms to be able to handle a two-hand hammer. So I just bought the bits, and this was a way for me to make a very cheap special weapon inside of the Liberators without having to buy the full box. Sometimes I just buy the bits. And these are the type of conversions that sometimes are not noticeable, but they are, is a way for me to have the special equipment, because I like to play what you see is what you get, no? And this is another more. So I did a full. I did 2 squads with swords using the Space Marines swords. So I just remove all the technology from these swords, and I want to use them as Liberators with instead of having hammers, having swords. So these are just my points. So conversions is not a thing that I'm not scared of converting. Normally I do conversions to to add equipment that I'm missing, to add parts that I need to finalize the work, or to have some weapons. I try to not to stand out with the conversions. I try to make, but at the end I did a full converted army because I have a renegade guard, and most of the miniatures there, they need small conversions. They need the paint job to reinforce. So I really think that the conversion is the both things at the same time. It's the kit bash and then the painting to reinforce what you want to communicate. And I do more emphasis on the painting job than on the conversion itself. If my opponent is using conversions or proxies, I will never have an issue. I don't have an issue because I like to use them. I like to search for alternative miniatures. It's something that I really fancy. So I will never complain if my opponent is using miniatures from other ranges, if they are within a reason and they are well explained and they don't create confusion. And that's all what I want to show in this conversation. So now let me know. Of course, the links to the Vince Venturella video is in the description below. I think was an interesting topic. I was forgetting, I want to announce I will try to participate in the PMP new challenge, and is to make a full converted army. I will not create a new army. I have a lot of Space Marines that they need some love in my collection, so I will pick these Space Marines and I will start adapting them to my army. So this means that my conversions are not going to be spectacular. I'm not looking for super fancy conversions. I will just do this small touch here and there to keep the iconography of my Space Marines, to keep the thematic of my Space Marines. But I will not, I will go more how it's called, this personalization through the painting than more through the conversion. I want to participate. I don't think I will do some amazing conversions. I think there will be some amazing war there. I will not compete to do the more extreme conversions, because I don't want to start a new army. I don't want to buy more miniatures. I really want to start painting all the plastic that I have at home. So that's all for now. I hope you find this interesting. Keep tuned if you want to see the evolution on the units that I will add to my Space Marines. Let me know what do you like, and just please like, comment, subscribe if you not subscribe it, and you also can support me in Patreon. As usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.